Welcome to Folk and Great Music at NERFA, the Northeast Regional Folk Alliance, happening in 2025 in Albany, New York for the first time. I'm Cheryl Kagan, and it has been my honor to present national touring singer-songwriters in Rockville, Maryland for the last 23 years, which is pretty great. And among the people I think I've had probably more than anyone is Joe Jencks. I have had him as solo, I've had him as brother-son, I've had him in the round in a duo thing. He's also played at the inaugural, the night that Donald Trump was inaugurated on January 20th, 2017. I hosted an inaugural concert that had over 500 people there, raising money for 5 progressive causes that were among the most threatened. And Joe Jencks was among the amazing performers, with Sweet Honey in the Rock as the headliner. It was an amazing night of music.
Josh White was there that night.
Josh White Jr. was there, Trent Fury, Emma's Revolution, brother-son. It was really an extraordinary night.
Yeah.
One of the coolest things I've ever done. But one of the coolest things ever is my friend, Joe Jencks, with his extraordinary voice and writing. So please welcome Joe Jencks.
Lay down your weapons, love has you surrounded. There is no easy way out. Lay down your shield, let your heart break just a little. Let love remove all doubt. You go through the world, everybody's sweetheart, keeping up a front that wears you down. But in a quiet moment, the truth comes out. Some days you feel like you're about to drown. So lay down your weapons, love has you surrounded. No easy way out. There is no easy way out. Lay down your shield, let your heart break. Lay down your shield, let your heart break just a little. Let love remove all doubt. There is no reason to play this charade. You can be loved for who you are. And for every troubled thought that crosses your mind, please know that you are someone else's shining star. So lay down your weapons, love has you surrounded. No easy way out. There is no easy way out. Lay down your shield, let your heart break. Lay down your shield, let your heart break just a little. Let love remove all doubt. What do you need? By what measure would you know that you are more than what you achieve? When you look in the mirror, is it possible to see that you are enough? So let it breathe. And lay down your weapons, love has you surrounded. There is no easy way out. Lay down your shield, let your heart break just a little. Let love remove all doubt. And lay down your weapons, love has you surrounded. There is no easy way out. Lay down your shield, let your heart break just a little. Let love remove all doubt.
being recorded, I would like to say for posterity, the showcases are happening at like 12:30 at night, 12:30 in the morning, which is not my best hour. Just saying, you know. But, you know, should somebody find this, some musicologist 200 years from now, be like, what the hell was going on there? We are gathered in a hotel room at 12:30 at night, celebrating the power of music and the power of people singing together. And I think the power of entering safe space where we can take off that armor for a little while, especially right now in the world. Things feel very difficult. And part of what we get out of gathering together here at NERFA and other places like this is the opportunity to be present with each other in a loving way and just take a little bit of the weight of that armor off and know that we've entered a safe space. So thank you, all of you, for being here. This is also a fairly new song. I wrote it this year. It's called The Bells of Freedom. Father, my dear Father, you told the story well of how your country called on you, then sent you into hell. Of all the good people who were fighting by your side, just to keep the bells of freedom ringing. Sister, my dear sister, though you see the light, singing bread and roses, you keep vigil through the night. With one hand on the cradle, one hand holds the picket sign, as you strange to hear the bells of freedom ringing. Mother, my dear mother, you have spent your years elevating others, though sometimes through your tears. You've given all you have to give to help so many rise, that they might hear the bells of freedom ringing. Brother, my dear brother, do you think you were left out? Do you think that someone took your share and so you scream and shout? You defile the shrine of liberty for which so many died, because you cannot hear the bells of freedom ringing. Now the fox is in the hen house, others prowl around the door. The vultures circle round to claim what they could not reach before. They will not be contented till there's nothing left but bones, and they've never heard the bells of freedom ringing. Oh country, my dear country, just look at what we've done. And we presided over the setting of the sun. For all the rights that we have gained, we'll hope return again. Will we still hear the bells of freedom ringing? So stand up and be counted, do not accept this fate. The future will belong to those who do not hesitate to speak up for the innocent. Hear Lady Justice call, for she will keep the bells of freedom ringing. There's a time I prayed soon when we will turn the tide. We'll turn away from hatred that
We'll forsake our pride. We'll build a different future, a story yet untold. We will keep the bells of freedom ringing. Yes, we will see the people rise that don't know how or when. We will find a way to ring that freedom bell again. And all of you who truly see a stranger as a friend will give it all to keep the bells of freedom ringing. So bring to me your immigrants, bring to me your friends, bring to me the laborers whose toil never ends. Bring to me the children still old enough to dream, for they will hear the bells of freedom ringing. Yes, bring to me all those who dare to dream and dream again. We will keep the bells of freedom ringing. We will keep the bells of freedom ringing.
So I was at the Labor Notes Conference in Chicago about 18 months ago, and we have a talent show there. It's a conference of 4,500 people. I refer to it as a non-denominational labor gathering. It's not about one specific union. It's the troublemakers from a lot of different unions all gathered in one place to share ideas and organizing tactics and thoughts. And we have a talent show there, and this year we added a drag category for the first time, which was extraordinary, last year rather. And we learned about some exotic dancers in Los Angeles who had organized through Actors Equity, which was totally extraordinary because dancers in New York City about 25 years ago had tried to organize, and they sort of got this like, we represent Broadway, not tawdry sideshow acts, you know, but in LA, 25 years later, the queer community was just right out in front leading the charge, and the dancers got a contract. So one of the dancers got up and kind of demonstrated for us both sides of the workplace, presenting believably male. Teamsters ball cap, mirrored sunglasses, khaki short, you know, Teamsters t-shirt, work boots, the whole 9 yards, and started getting up and dancing, Billy Idol's Dancing with Myself. Then started removing articles of clothing, which was brilliant performance art, because they called out any latent homophobia in the room, and also generational attitudes, because like, you know, anybody 40 and under was like, woo, get your freak on, you know, like Gen X, Land of My People, were like, well, we've never seen this at a trade conference before. Like, are we allowed to enjoy this? Do we keep a studious countenance and pretend that we're studying cultural phenomena? Like you know, what's the vibe here? What's cool? And anybody over 70 was like, avert your eyes, do not look at the grandchildren that way, you know? Like, it's really funny, but there's an old adage in vaudeville, never follow children or animals. I will add to that, or strippers. And it was my gig to get up at the end of the night and stitch the quilt together with some songs that had rousing sing-along choruses, and I did my part admirably, if I do say so myself, just bringing everybody's attention back into common space. And then I got off stage, and this dancer who had presented first as male and then as female and then did a chair dance to an empty chair and was using a bunch of $1 bills as props. Well, they had taken a wad of those $1 bills and shoved them in the neck box of my guitar case. And I went to put my guitar away, and I opened it up to stick a cable in there, and I went, huh, I got tipped by a union stripper. Fantastic. Which led to one of the most unlikely sing-alongs of my songwriting career. Thank you very much. My name is Joe Jencks. There's some recordings over there, some flyers for other showcases I have. Thank you, Cheryl Kagan. What a privilege to be here. Tell you a story about some dancers who wanted to strike. They wanted to form a union to advocate for their rights. Well, they were completely committed they'd seen others fight the good fight. Like the union boys who would work all day and then come out and see them at night. At first it was kind of a hard sell to accept that this was a trade, that all workers have a right to organize, fair wages must be paid. But one by one, club by club, the dancers made their case. They organized the union and they put it in the boss's face. I was tipped by a union stripper for singing a union song. I was tipped by a union stripper, all of our clothes were on. Organized a union for the dancers in their trade. I was tipped by a union stripper, redefining union made. Now Anna Goldman once said, if I can't dance, I won't be a part of your revolution. Accepting exotic dance as art is for some an evolution. But dancers are workers and workers have rights, among them the privilege to stand up and fight against sexual harassment in the workplace. Wrap your brain around that one twice. I was tipped by a union stripper for singing a union song. I was tipped by a union stripper, all of our clothes were on. They organized a union for the dancers in their trade. I was tipped by a union stripper, redefining union made. Now some may say this is all a bit cheeky, and others might say it's absurd. This is not respectable trade unionism, but I say hear these words. When you feel exposed in the workplace and wonder who's got your back, it's your trade union siblings and cultural workers who will keep you on the right track. I was tipped by a union stripper for singing a union song. I was tipped by a union stripper, all of our clothes were on. We organized a union for the dancers in their trade. I was tipped by a union stripper, redefining union made. So if you feel that what you do is unworthy of representation, look to these unorthodox workers as a source of inspiration. There can be no power greater anywhere beneath the sun than the people who say yes we can and then go out and shake their buns. I was tipped by a union stripper for singing a union song. I was tipped by a union stripper, all of our clothes were on. We organized a union for the dancers in their trade. I was tipped by a union stripper, redefining union made. I was tipped by a union stripper, redefining union made. I was tipped by a union stripper, she was a hell of a union